Well, back in December, the Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority revealed plans to bring back its own police force by February. But 3 months later, the security team hasn't hit the streets yet. 8 News reporter Nicole Danzler is live in Richmond. And Nicole, what's the reason why this police force isn't up and running yet?
Well, Heather, the RRHA says that plans to bring back their own security force are still on track, but they're still working through some moving parts before launching it right here in their own community. The Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority's proposal to bring back their security force is still in the works. The CEO, who promised to take new measures to fight crime in the public housing communities, said a police force would launch in late February of this year. But 3 months later, they say, quote, RRHA is in the midst of performing our due diligence with all necessary parties. Though the police force hasn't launched yet, the proposed plan has staunch support from residents.
We need that security now.
Sparkle Taylor has lived in Gilpin Court with her family for 7 years.
This is the first time living out here that I have actually felt fear.
The force will be made up of armed members who will have the authority to make arrests in coordination with the Richmond Police Department. The plan was announced following a string of violence, including the deadly shooting of 15-year-old Tanisha Humphrey in Gilpin Court last September.
This community out here in Gilpin has never been perfect. There's always been some sort of violence. There's always been some messed up things going on, but there's a different texture to all of this.
Prior to 2014, the authority had its own police force, but the Department of Housing and Urban Development pulled money from housing authorities across the country. The CEO said he's found alternative financing to fund the security force, but the authority hasn't responded to our request for details on how much money and where it came from. The RRHA says that this security force is part of a much bigger plan that they hope to announce later this summer. Live in Richmond, Nicole Danzler, 8 News.